Howdy, howdy, it's the morning howdy, morning howdy.
Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of the Morning Howdy. Like every episode, howdy. So today's topic is just do it. Just do it. So we all wake up in the morning, and from the night before, we always think about what we're going to do. And we always have at least one guaranteed thing we're going to do the next day, and that's eat. So the first thing we're going to do, we got to do is we got to eat. We got to make sure we're feeling good, we're not stinky before we go out. We got to just do the things we got to do. And then there's the things we want to do, okay? So we all know the things we got to do. Those are the same simple, basic things that we can eat, sleep, drink, shelter, all that kind of stuff. And then it comes along to the things that we want to do. And then the things that we think about doing. And the things that we talk about doing. And then we get to the part where we're actually doing it, and then we finish what we started. Okay? And usually when we start something, we tend to finish it. But when we say we're going to do something, that's the hardest part about doing anything, is doing it. I know some things seem harder to finish than others. It's like a project, or you expect a certain type of outcome and you have to go through the progress of doing it, right? So for a couple of instances, every new year, the biggest thing that people talk about is, I'm going to get into the gym. I'm going to get this new type of job. I'm going to go to school, I'm going to go out there and do the things that I want to do. I'm going to go out and venture. We say we're going to do it. Now, here's the part. Let's do it. And it all starts with I. Because you're the first one that initiates anything. Yeah, you could have a friend that wants you to go along and do it. But if you don't want to do it, it doesn't matter what your friend says. It all depends on you and me. It depends on our attitude, our emotional status. How we feel, are we healthy? These are, there's a lot of factors that comes along with going through what we say what we're going to do. It could be too cold out. We can make a bunch of excuses. That's usually one of the number one things that stops us from doing anything, is the excuses we make. Because when we come up with an idea, we're not coming up with an excuse for the idea. We're just coming up with the ideas, and we say we're going to do it. So I'm going to talk about going to the gym. This is something I'm more relatable to. I started young. And once I knew I wanted to do it, I said, Dad, can you help me get a membership? I was only 13, 14. I wasn't making money. I was going to school. There was no way for me to even pick up a job if I wanted to. I could find a way to make money, but that wasn't the thing at the time. So, we got the New Year's resolution going. And we say we want to go to the gym. But it's not just we want to go to the gym. Because we could just drive to the gym, go in the parking lot, open the door and say hello and walk out. Yeah, you went to the gym, you did it. No. We always come up with goals for our ideas. When we say we're going to do something, there's always more to what we say we're going to do. Okay? And when I come to the gym, we want to look a certain way. We want to gain weight. We want to lose weight. We want to get really small. We want to get really big. What is it that you want to do? So here's how it goes down. This new year, you're talking to yourself. This is to yourself, not to anyone else. You could talk it to yourself. When anything comes out of your mouth, it comes to yourself first. You have to conspire it. You got to think about it. Just know that. It's not for anyone else besides you. All the words that comes out of your mouth, is you perceive it first. You could be a dummy and don't think before you talk, but you still think it. It just doesn't click the same way as you would expect. So you say you want to go to the gym, right? First thing you got to do is you got to pay for the gym. So if you don't have your money right, you could find a gym. Let's just say the gym is free. You have the insurance, whatever it takes. So let's just say the gym is free. You can go to the gym. No money is the issue. And your health is okay. And you got the time. Everyone's got 40, 30 minutes. Because when you go to the gym, if you're working straight for 30, 40 minutes, I promise anyone can have a good workout. I used to do it at school. I had 45 minutes to work out at school. Me and my classmates used to have to run all the way to the gymnasium because we had to be there on time. We couldn't just jolly gag to our gym class. No, I was in athletics, and our coaches were like, no, you have to run here. You know what? I said, screw it. I don't care what anyone thinks. I'm running. I want to work out anyways. I got to run in my class. You should be running to the gym. It's the same aspect. If you want to go to the gym and you're late to the time you said you were going to go, you better be rushing to the gym. If you're right on time, perfect. You're good. And you could always go early. You know, let's just say I work to 8 to 4 every day. Get a little meal in after your work, wait a little bit, and you go to the gym at 6:30. Be at the gym at the time you promised yourself you're going to start going to the gym. The time that works for you. Don't cut corners. Don't go at 7:30 and only work out for 10 minutes. No, you go there at the time you say. That's the first thing, is doing what you say you're going to do. And it is going through with it. Because like I said in the beginning, you could just go to the gym and walk out and you say you went to the gym. But you have to work on the goal that you conspired in your mind. What's your New Year's resolution? I want to get 6-pack abs. Okay? You want to go to the gym. Here's the thing about going to the gym and getting your abs. You can't just work on one part of your body. You have to work on everything. When you work on your mind, it's the same concept. You have to work on all subjects to get the most intelligent you can possibly be. So you actually have to spend time in the gym. You can't go in there 10 minutes, only work one thing and expect to get progress. That's like going on a walk and saying you had a good walk and now you're going to be like, I don't know. You're going to be some crazy Olympic runner. That's just not how it works. Dedication. Motivation. No one's going to give you these things. Find passion in the things you want to do. The things you if you don't have the fire, but you would like to do it, make the passion. Fall in love with it. When you meet a girl, you don't fall in love with her right away. You work to fall in love with someone. It's the same thing with the gym. No one likes getting sore. No one likes exerting force. No one likes to sweat. Try to fall in love with the things you conspire. Anything you want to do, man, you could go to school. Try to find a way to love what you do. Okay? It'll help anyone. It'll help you to just do it. That's why I'm saying just do it. Because once you do it, you start to like the things you do. Once you put time into anything, you start to find the things that you like about it. You'll always find the things you'll hate. Finding the things you hate are usually the first things you'll find, unless it's the opposite way around and you never even heard about it. Everyone knows the gym is hard work. And people are scared of hard work. But fall in love with hard work. Fall in love with putting yourself through something and getting through with it and feeling good about yourself. You don't have to have gratification after doing anything, but you better have gratification for doing what you said you were going to do. Have gratification with when you conspire something and you start something, you finish it. That's when you have the gratification. You go to the gym one day. You can't just have gratification. Yeah, you started, but are you going to finish? You can have I did the race. But I walked out half a mile before the mile was finished. I just said I gave up. You know, you can't have gratification. You can't have gratifications for just barely trying. You better try your ass off. That's the only way. You have to just do it. Now you say you're going to do something, just do it. And there's a lot of things. And I'll give you an example. You go on, you've been thinking about talking to this girl, right? And she's the love of your life. And you always think to her, today I'm going to talk to her, the next day, and the next day. And the next thing you know, there's someone else talking to her, and now she's falling in love with him. This is just an example. And this is some things that do happen. Because if you're not going along with what you say, you're only hurting yourself. You're only going to feel worse. And you go out and do the things you say you're going to do, you're going to feel good. That's the thing. You got to be true to yourself. You got to be true to your motives. You got to be true to your passion. You got to be true to your thoughts. Because you can't be confused. You can be confused about someone else, but you can never be confused about yourself and your thoughts. If you think of something and you in that moment you want to do that thing, it's because you really want to do it. It's because that's something in your mind that's telling you, do it. Do it. And then here's the thing. Think about it this way. The first thought is always to do it. And then the second thought is to not to do it. Because the first thing you always think about is doing it. Always trust your first instinct. Your first instinct always guides you the right way. If you have thoughts about it, just remember the first thought you had. And that's the true one. When you love someone and you're thinking about hurting them, right? You're like, dang, I love them, but man, I really want to have this, I really want this money, but the first thing you did was think about the person you cared about before you did anything. That's what you have to worry about, your first true intention, your first true motive. You got to follow that to the very end, till you break your back. Break your back doing squats, whatever you got to do. The gym is an example that I'm trying to give you in life, because we can do anything. We can go to school, right? And you can go to school, you can start your semesters, you can pay for your classes, and if you don't finish your classes, say you just drop them, how can you have gratification for going to school if you couldn't even finish your class? You couldn't even get your credit for your class. How can you possibly get gratification for that? You can't. Because when you say you're going to go to school, you're going to school to finish. And if you don't finish, yeah, you might go walk through the door, but are you going to walk out when the time is right? Just do it. Just finish. You just got to do it. That's why I got this shirt, man. I thought about it. I was like, man, I got this shirt. This is the thought. This is the passion. Look, just do it. I want everyone to do it, man. Do whatever you want. It's your choice. But once you conspire something, you better follow through with it. And if you can't just do it right away, work for it. You got to work for the things. And then once you get into that, you got to work even harder. It's like when I said about the gym. You don't got the money for the gym. Work to pay for the money for the gym, because you want to go to the gym. Same for school. You want a great education. So you got to pay for your classes. You can't just not worry. You got to work for your classes. And then once you're actually in school, then you got to start working on your classes. And it gets hard, but you got to finish. You got to do it. You just got to do it. I know there's so many factors in life that can stop us from anything. We always face the wall. We can go around the wall. We can go over the wall. We can go under the wall. We can go straight through the wall. But let me tell you something. It doesn't matter how you get around that wall. It's the fact that you got around the wall and you got to the other side of it. That's what we all need to do. When we all need to get around the thoughts that we conspire. Not around it and just forget about it. No. Around the barrier that stops us from following through with our thoughts. Follow through. If my shirt said just do it and follow through, I would wear that shirt too. It makes more sense than just do it. Because anyone can just do something. But when I'm trying to say do it and finish, you got to finish anything you start. You buy a meal. You better finish the plate off your meal. Finish everything. So later down the road, be like, man, I'm hungry. Oh, I threw away the food. Man, I should have just ate more. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Though you can never have those thoughts in your mind that, dang, I should have just finished. Because those are the worst thoughts. When you don't do something and you want to do it, man, it feels bad. Because later down, when you really think about it, you always hate yourself for it. You hate yourself for not doing it. Everything we've ever wanted to do, and we not did it, we hate ourselves for not doing it. So, let me give you an example. Okay? You're at the skate park, right? And you wanna be a good skateboarder, but you're afraid to go down the ramp. And you keep putting yourself above the ramp, but you won't drop in. But the first thing you want to do is be a good skateboarder. So the first thing you have to drop in. What are you scared of? The wall? Are you falling? But what's going to happen if you do it? You're going to fall. Most likely the first time. But guess what? You get up and you keep trying. When you work out, you get sore. You get so sore, you're not going to be able to go to the gym the second day. You're going to have to heal. But you go back to the gym because you know that's how progress works. That's how progress works with anything. That's how school, when you don't know a subject, you're going to fail. But you can keep working on the subject until you pass. Same concept. When you drop in the ramp and then you realize you go down the ramp and you don't fall, and when you go fast and you feel the wind in your face because you're going faster. You're not staying still. And that's a great feeling. Anyone who's ever dropped in for the first time in skateboarding, Anyone who ever dove in the deep end from a high dive, landed in the water, they realized everything was okay. And they realized how great it felt, what the feeling was. We all have our things that we do. The first time, I'm thinking about other sports. The first time you got a touchdown, you say you're a wide receiver. You most likely got tackled, or you most likely missed the ball a couple times. What did you just quit the team? No, you kept trying. And once you got what you were looking to do, you wanted to score, you wanted to win. And once you win, you can't win giving up. That's the best feeling. And it's because you chose to just do it. You chose to go out there and prove to your thoughts that you can do it. Because you don't prove to anyone anything. You prove to yourself. It's all about you. It's all about, I'm talking to me, but I'm telling you, it's all about you. It's all about, when you think about it, when your thoughts should be saying, it's all about me. That's what your thoughts should be saying to yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's all about me. It's true. That's how, because when you work on yourself, say you're working in school to be a doctor. Once you figure out all about you and you learn everything, then you can work on others. When you go to the gym and you work on yourself to get big and strong, then you can tell others to get big and strong. Or then you could protect others. You have the strength. Nothing's going to hold you back from anything. When you drop in from a ramp and you go fast, what's the same scenario that's going to be like that in real life? It doesn't make sense to have a skateboard, but there's always a case in the scenario, right? To have good balance, to have the faith and not to drop into a situation. Because when you drop in, that's a situation you're getting yourself into. And there's a lot of things we want to do. And when we jump into a conversation with the girl we like, we might get rejected. But there's a way to talk to them. Everything is different. There's always a way to approach something, right? But you never know what's going to happen when you do it. You can always expect you're going to fail. You always expect you're going to fail. But you know it's possible that you won't. So why not try? Why not just do it? Everyone should just be out there doing it. There's too many people out there stuck inside because it's so easy to turn on their PS4s, their Xbox 360s, or their computers and play a game. There's no thought. It's subconsciously. When you play a game, it's all subconscious anymore. There's no trial and error. There's no falling. You always respawn. You can always start over. But in real life, it comes with real consequences. It comes with real trial and error. It's real life. There's a difference between a game and real life. And when you play a game, you're not scared. But in life, you are scared. So why do we find ourselves playing games all the time? It's because we're not doing it. We chose not to do it. That's why we need to start choosing. We need to all stop our ways. The bad things that we do. And it starts with our mind. The bad things that we're doing is not going through with the things we said. I said, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. And I didn't do it. I didn't just do it at first. I talked about it. I wanted to do it. But when I said it, I didn't just do it. It took time. It took my mental capacity to understand myself, to understand my thoughts and like why I think about these things. It's because I really want to do it, but I was scared of the wall. I was scared of no one wanting to listen to me. There was no point. I'm not going to make any money. But then I really thought to myself, what do I really want to do with YouTube? I want to spread my wisdom. I would love to hear people whenever I talk to someone I care about. I really do try to help them. So why can I not just talk on YouTube and try to help someone else? All you got to do is listen. Just got to do it. You just got to listen to someone. Just listen to your parents. Just do it. Just listen to what they have to say. Don't ignore them. Because the first thing you know is that there's good intentions. But then you think to yourself, man, I don't have to listen to them now. But the first thing you know is that it's good intentions and that you should listen. We all know that we should listen to our parents. We all know we should. For the youngins out there. We all know. And when we choose and we find all these barriers, it's too cold, it's too hot to stop us from what we're doing. That wasn't our first thing that we thought about. We didn't think about what's going to stop us from doing it. All we thought about was doing it. So just do it. Nothing's going to kill you No elements are gonna kill you. Okay, yeah, if it's the storm, there's always a scenario where you really can't do something. But it's not the scenario that's happening to you right now. It's not. So what's stopping you from doing what you want to do? You want to be an astronaut. You got to go to college. That's mandatory for being an astronaut. You can't just become an astronaut. Those are one of the things that you have to go to school about. Because there's a lot of things they don't teach you anywhere else to be an astronaut. You got to have the degree for that. See, there's a thing about college. People they don't want to go to college, but they want to work for something. They want to have this job, and it's mandatory to have that education for the job. But what was the first thing that you wanted to do? The job? School was just the barrier from what you wanted to do. So why are you not just doing it? Why are you not just educating yourself right now? That's what I'm trying to tell anyone who's listening, guys. You gotta just do it. Know the thoughts, and nothing can stop you on your way to accomplishing your ideas. Because everything is happening from our ideas, and that things that we see in front of us are all from people who just said, "I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. I don't care what anyone's gonna say. I don't care about me getting hurt." To all those scientists, I don't care what people are gonna think about me. To all those actors out there, to anyone who's on TV, they didn't care what other people. It's all you, because you care what you think. You care about yourself. So make sure when you think about yourself that you care about yourself. And then you're going through with things that you say you're going to do for yourself. It's so important. It's so important. We all need to be doing that. Just do it. Just do it. It's a Nike, man. It's a Nike thing. There's nothing wrong with saying it. Tell yourself. Get a tattoo of it on your forehead so you'll always remember just to do it. There shouldn't be a drastic thing in your life that causes you to do something that you've already thought about. It's like you're waiting for something bad to happen for you should already be prepared, right? There's a lot of scenarios, man, where you already know like say you need to be prepared for something. You don't wait until it happens to get prepared. Like say a hurricane is coming. And you know that you're not going to be able to go to the grocery stores for a couple of days. It's happened here in Houston before. The grocery stores were shut down for like a week because, the rain, the disaster was too bad. No one could get in, no one could get out, yada yada. But you say, "Oh, I want to be prepared." What do? Do you wait until it happens and then get prepared? No, it's too late. You get prepared when you know you should be getting prepared. It's the same concept with any of the thoughts you've ever had in your entire life. You get prepared. You do the things you think about whenever you think about it. I want to give y'all more examples. I want to give all y'all the more examples so something can be more relatable to you. I know with the gym, your New Year's resolution, man, that's one of the hottest topics out there. I want to get really big. You got to finish the food off your plate. You got to get big, but it doesn't taste good. That's the barrier. Get through the barrier of taste. Get through the barrier of how full you are. You have to eat more. Just throw it down. You're not going to spew. You're not going to throw it up. Yeah, you can eat too much. Don't eat too much. Don't kill yourself. But man, finish. If you have a plate, man, anyone can finish a plate of food. A little kid can do it. That means you can do it too. It's because you're not used to it. You're not used to the feelings of working out. It's too much work. It's too much strain. But then you get used to the strain, and then the strain comes easy. And then you do the strain, and it becomes easy, and then you start to love it. You love the pain. I go to the gym now, and I get the pump, and I feel, it's starting to get hard. I love when it starts to get hard because it takes a long time now for the pressure to build up inside of me. I don't have that barrier anymore, so I'm trying to reach that other barrier. So instead of 10 reps, I'm hitting 15. But that's not enough. So I have to keep going. I have to keep pushing myself until I get to the point where I want to get to. Because I love it. I love reaching that new barrier. And once we love doing everything we've ever said, we become unstoppable. We become our own unstoppable selves. We should not have bad intentions and go through with those bad intentions. You could just do it and you could take that into a bad way. But no, you know what's bad and you know what's good and you know what's good for you and good for others. You know what's going to hurt people. And if the first thought in your mind is it's going to hurt someone, that's your first intention. So you know you're not supposed to do that. It's the same thing with helping someone. You say, oh, I don't want to help him. But the first thought you said, dang, he needs some help. If the first thought in your mind was, he needs some help, you go help him. You go help him. Just do it. Just help somebody. What does the doctor say when a patient comes in? What does he say? No, I can't serve you. No, he became a doctor to help people. So when anyone asks for help, the first thing that comes into his mind is help, and there's no other option for the doctor because he can't change what his mind has implemented on himself. Because if he changes who he is, it'll destroy a person. If you don't do the things that you know you'll do, it breaks you down. You become less of who you are. You become, in other words, fake. You can't be a fake self. You can't look. You got to be able to look in the mirror and love yourself. And if you know you're doing wrong, call yourself out in the mirror. Call yourself names. Do whatever you know it needs to take to change. We all got to just go out there and do it. Just do it. Nothing stopped us. Nothing has ever stopped us. We have limitations sometimes, but it doesn't stop us. There's people with no arms and no legs, and they're living their best life. And all these people that have all they have and they're depressed, man, you're just not living your best life. You're not doing the things you say you want to do. There's something in your mind that you say you wanted to do, but you just can't seem to do it. No, you gotta just do it and you'll be happy. We get depressed when we don't do the things that we want to do and there's something restricting us from it. We want the latest game, but we don't have the games, so we're sad. No, you go out there and you try to get the games. Whatever it is. You're hungry. And the first thing you do is you want to eat. You go out there and you get the food. You just got to do it. There's no other options. Unless you're ready to pass away. Unless it's your time. But we always fight. We always strive to live. We always strive to prosper. We always want to do better. Why is that? Why is it when we eat more we grow? Why is it when we work hard we get stronger? Why is it when we pass these barriers we only become wiser? It's because that's how we are. We become stronger when we just choose to do something. And when we don't choose to do something, we become weaker. We become less of our full potential. And everyone's potential is exponentially almost infinity. We're infinity, guys. We can do anything. Anyone else has done, we can do it if that's what you want to do. So, you say you don't know what you want to do. But think to yourself of something you've wanted to do before and just go with that. And just go from there. And then go from there. There's always something you've wanted to do at one point. And if you haven't done it, do the things that you used to love and perfect those things that you love. There's always an option. There's always something we want. There's always something we need. We can make all those things easier for ourselves if we try to work hard on it. We just do it. And there's a lot of things we can do. And there's nothing stopping us from what we want to do. Generally, all of us are in America. We live in the land of the free. We're not forced to do anything we don't want to do. And that's for most of the world too. I'm just expecting most people who are going to be watching this are from America. I love everyone. I feel like everyone should have freedom. Everyone should prosper. Everyone should be living to their full potential. Everyone should be doing the things that they conspire in their minds. Yes, we can't be Superman. No. But can we fly? Yeah. All we got to do is take flight school. Do those things and maybe you'll get a job for an airline company along the days. But you got to work for it. You just got to do it. You got to take the first step. The first step is the hardest step. Okay? Because we don't know if our foot's going to drop or we're going to have to resort first to rise onto our next step. It's our first step. When babies take their first step, they fall. Why? Babies don't have that thing in their mind that says they can't do it. They just keep trying. There's no doubts in their minds. I don't know at what point in life that there's doubts start going into a person's mind. It's very interesting to me. But think about a baby. They just do it. And when a baby thinks about something, they just do it. Think about that. If a baby wants to walk to the kitchen, it just walks to the kitchen. It's not scared of what its parents are going to say. It's just like a dog. It's just like anything else. They always just do what they want to do. And when we do what the things we want to do, like walk, the people who are paralyzed, but they somehow are miraculously able to walk, it's because they just kept doing it. They just did it. They said, I want to walk, and there's nothing that's going to stop me from walking. There are limitations, but there are so many people who have been able to take that step and been able to walk again. If we're not able to run because we're overweight. We can take the steps and take faster steps. And even if we fall, even if we get sore, we can just keep doing it. Just do it. I hope this was motivational for you guys. Like and subscribe if you like the video. I want everyone to be doing what they want to do. Nothing should stop us from anything that we can inspire in our minds. And if you think of something that you want to do it. Work for it. Because when you don't do it, you're gonna think about it later and you're gonna hate yourself. Because we're all capable of doing it. There's nothing we should be scared of. There's no pain that's unbearable for us, and there's nothing that can stop us. There's nothing that we can stop us, guys. All right, guys. Till next time, guys. Howdy, howdy.